thing I wanted to show you guys, I just grabbed a socket and I wanted to make sure what size, whatever. And well, here, this one here is like not even tight in the least bit. I don't even need a socket to take it out. So yeah, that's not a benefit, I don't really imagine. And now that may be to say if this carburetor has been dry for a long time, and that's not a if, that's fact for sure, because just looking in the fuel tank, I don't think it's had fuel for a while. Anyway, I'm gonna guess that the gasket really shrunk quite a bit, causing that to loosen up. So I have no idea what to expect here. Boy, it doesn't really want to come apart. All right. Wow. Oh boy. Yeah, well, that's a whole lot of dried up fuel. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, there's a lot more of it to come. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to run quite a bit better. While I'm thinking of it, I'm going to go start heating up that ultrasonic cleaner because it's going to need it. All right. So we've got things cleaned up pretty good in there. Wasn't really too bad. Well, I guess the more I look at it, the more I could keep scraping, but that's a nice pile of debris out of our nice little carburetor. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this out. This, I'm not sure what this is. I think it may be either to drain the bowl. I think that's what it is. Let's see. Oh, it's a jet? What would that be? It's going up into this, I mean, it's kind of like an emulsion tube, because it's so dirty, but it looks like there's a hole right down there, like it would be an emulsion tube. Maybe when it's clean, we can find out. But for now, we'll let that be. All right, I'm gonna get a pliers and we'll see if we can't get that pin out of, to get that float off. And yeah, hopefully that float is in good condition. Oh wow, that came out so nice. I'm really impressed. I did not expect that. All right, let's get a look at our needle. Oh, and the float as well, but there's, I mean, it's really dirty, but it does seem to be in okay shape. It's hard to believe, but the tip of that needle is actually still rubbery. I guess I don't see anything wrong with the float. And certainly there's nothing in it, but now as dry as this is, even if if this had been bad, fuel would have gotten in and then evaporated and left its debris, like we found in the bowl. So, shaking it, obviously I'm not going to hear fluid, but if there were debris in it, that's almost a certain, for sure, sign that the float is no good. And now, Even if it were no good, that's no big deal on this because I could solder it in seconds. It would be very easy to solder. And just a note though, if you do have to solder something like this, you want to be careful and not get too much solder on it because you're going to change how it works because you're adding that weight. But anyway, all right. Now that gasket, oh there, I see it. Look at that, it tore off that piece, darn. I might have to make a new gasket for this. That is my guess. So I'm gonna try to get that off of there. All right, well, you know, with maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I'm just gonna not worry about that right now. I gotta go to the parts store anyway because I have no more fuel line for this. Everything I had other than this short piece here, well, actually I could use this. I could use that short piece. So I only need like 10 inches or whatever, but still I need it, and I do have the new fuel filter, but all right. Well, this is a very, very simple carburetor. So this adjustment here, that's going to be your idle. And then the other one, I believe that's your main jet and only jet. You know, there is no starter jet or, you know, anything like that. So, all right, well, this wasn't a real big deal to get this apart. So we'll go ahead and get this in the ultrasonic cleaner, and I'll be back in a couple of days when I got some fuel line and figure out what I'm doing with a gasket here, and we'll be good. I think this is going to be a very, very nice generator, and it's 4,000 watt. So it's kind of exciting. This is going to be nice. And, you know, I'll do some research. We'll get the oil changed. Very nice, clean carburetor here. We do have a bit of a problem with the gasket, but we're going to go ahead and use some gasket maker, and hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Let's see. So you guys just bear with me, and I'm going to figure out what it is that I'm doing. All right. Well, I'm going to just let that sit there. And then this goes right there. Very nice. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and use some of this. Oh, hello. Golly. All right, that's right where that should go. Now I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit more of this gasket maker on the seams where that gasket gave up. Maybe, I don't know. This is a kind of a brittle old gasket. I don't know. What do you see in there, Ray?
It leaks gas.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have, the petcock is open and I don't have fuel line. What am I thinking?
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what I got all excited. Maybe we could make this run, but I need new fuel line. Because
you know what, I think I have some. I have fuel line.
I don't need much. 5/16 if you have it.
Well, I don't have 5/16.
Okay.
That I know.
Because I got this and this, And I got I need like this much more than, well, sorry, Ray. I guess it ain't gonna happen.
Not a big deal. I'll pick some up in town tomorrow.
All right.
That's all we got, isn't it?
Yeah, that, and then that goes on the filter, and we're, all right. So this should go down there. Okay. So we're gonna let that be. I think we've got that pretty well figured out. So now you can see that we've got a very nice clean needle as compared to what we had previously. And the same can be said for the float. Looks really good, checks out, it doesn't leak. So, all right. Holy smokes. Okay, that goes there. We're gonna drop that right there. Okay, very nice. Very nice. All right, we shouldn't have any issues there. And I'm actually really amazed at how clean and very, I mean, almost like really brand new this looks. So we do have a nice new O-ring in there, so we won't be leaking anymore. All right, now I got to figure out how and what way and whatever this thing goes together. It's gonna go, yeah, so yeah, I know this right here, it goes around to the fuel tank, so this is gonna go together right here, right? Let's try it this way. I don't know what I'm missing. Boy, I don't know. I mean, I know it wasn't excited to come apart in the first place, but I had to really work at it, kind of like I am now.
I thought I had some fuel on it, but I guess I don't.
All right, all right.
Or find a drill sharpener, so we do have that back.
Well, that's good. That's good. All right, there's the flashlight. Okay, let's see in here. Okay, so I hope you guys can see the emulsion tube is going up into the upper part of the body. It's just right down in here. It's right there. Okay, so that's why this is not that easy to get together. Oh, there we go. All right, snaps together pretty well. All right, let's get our there. Now hopefully you can see right there how that goes from the lower, basically the bowl or the lower half of the body into the upper half. So, all right. And we also have blown all these lines clear with compressed air. So. All right. Okay, we'll get our screwdriver here, get her tightened up, and this is ready to install. All right, now let's go ahead. You know, one thing I haven't looked at is this gasket surface where it goes onto the manifold onto the engine, because it sits exactly like this. So this surface here I'll have to look at and see what we can do about that. All right, so right here you can see I'm gonna start getting that to tighten up. Now we're gonna get this fella here. This is gonna go, let's see. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is the crankcase ventilation tube needs to go on right there. So let's get that put in place, which is super easy. We've got our nice new O-ring here on the carburetor body. So let's go ahead and start getting that together. But before we get this screw in here, we've got this large bracket here that needs to be put in place. And if you recall, we need to lift the whole generator to do that. Okay. All right. And that goes up right there to the bottom of the carburetor body. We'll get that in place. I'm trying to think of who I can steal fuel line from. Let's see here. So, got to get that pushed all the way onto the carburetor and compress that O-ring so that I can get this bolt together. What do you reckon? If I could get this to start, which I think I just did, there we go. All right. Okay, so then we're going to use our 7/16 or 11 millimeter, whichever one you have. We're going to go ahead and all right, so this bolt right there, we got to get that tightened up. Seems like an 11 millimeter might be a little bit better because this is a 7/16 is kind of tight. So, all right, well that started. We're not going to go any tighter with that right now. First, before we get too tight with all of that, we got to get this last bolt in here, because that holds this and then holds the carburetor to the manifold. So let's go ahead and get that guy in.
11 millimeter.
All right. All right, here we go. So in case you guys wondered why we are doing generators in this time of year, is because the weather can be really bad in Wisconsin. And you know, it's easy to lose power, whether it be heavy wet snow on trees that come down and knock down your power lines or what have you. So all right, so now I do not remember how exactly this air filter goes together, but we're gonna find out here double quick. I think it goes like this, but I'm not sure. Oh, it goes, there we go. There we go. Yeah, just like that. So, okay. So this goes down. I was thinking it went up the other way, but no, it doesn't. So, all right. Pretty simple. So now we're going to figure out why I have two wing nuts. Oh, okay, yes. I've got two wing nuts because one goes down all the way down here until that's tight, and that draws everything together right here. If you can see, there's a gap right there, and that's going to be an air leak. So we want to make sure that's drawn up tight, and we do that with the first wing nut, which is right there. All right, whoop, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Okay, so we're going to tighten this guy up. And that makes sure that we have a very tight seal so that we're not drawing in unfiltered air like we had been previously when the O-ring was bad down here. All right, so that's nice and tight. And now, okay, so you guys can see I've got this all cleaned up real nice. Now, check oil level regularly. Do not fill to full mark on dipstick. Now this machine does not have a dipstick, so it just says to fill until it's overflowing, which is exactly what we found when we checked the oil. So, and again, that oil is incredibly beautiful, clear, and nice and new. All right, so there we go. There is our nice air filter cover. So we've got one more wing nut to put on, and then we're looking good. Okay, let's come on up here and get that wire back on our spark plug. Okay, so now all we need is fuel. So I don't know if you guys have gotten a good look at this here, but it's really clean. I did a lot of cleaning off camera. One other thing, I did a little research on this. So the model number, for instance, I found on the interwebs model numbers of 54 and then 2000. That means it's a 54 series that is 2000 watts. This one here is again 54 series. I'm not sure what all that entails in series, whether it be the same chassis, the same engine. I'm not sure on that, but this is a 54 4000, so 54 and then 4000. So That means it's a 54 series. That makes 4,000 watts. 220, I'm sorry, 120 and 240. And then the amps, which is kind of the important part, the 120 is 33.3, and if you're running 240, you always cut your amperage in half, so you're 16.7. Anyway, yeah, it's a nice clean machine ready to go. The build date. So what I found, which kind of surprised me because it looks like an older machine, but from what I saw, it's late 80s to early 2000s. And then Coleman Power Main went belly up or changed hands in 2008. So it can't be later than that. Now, I do see some indications that this machine was built earlier than just the late 80s. So if you have a machine like that, you're gonna have to, in here, I can show you right here, you will have to look at the serial number on the engine itself. And even though that's not an exact answer, but these serial numbers can be possibly decoded by parts suppliers, and you may be able to get right down to the nitty-gritty. I guess I don't really care as long as it runs, and I think we've got ourselves a pretty good machine here. So we are ready to generate electricity as soon as we got some fuel over here. So here we are with our generator. We're getting close to being done with this project, but I want to improve on everything. I don't care what it is. If it's brand new, there's things that can be improved upon. So you guys will see our work here with this Tractor Supply tractor muffler. It's there. That's not good enough. That's just not good enough. It's very loud. And technically, I suppose I probably should have a spark arrestor. So I've got this beautiful, beautiful piece of exhaust engineering right here off of I think it's like a, what was it, an 02 or 03 Timberwolf? Yeah, I think it was a Timberwolf. Anyway, I think if I cut it right about here, I should be about the diameter I need to get on the engine here. And it's good and solid yet, so you guys just chillax, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off, and let's see what happens. Boy, this battery, yeah, I thought it was weird because it hasn't been charged in forever. And I checked it had 3 bars. Now it has 1. All right, well, we'll keep trying. Okay. All right, so I see we're left with, right there you can see it, the pipe, between the head pipe and the muffler, the intermediate pipe, whatever you want to call it, is still in here, so I might have to try to get that out of there. Oh, look at that. All right, well, that wasn't so bad. Well, let's see. I'll get you guys looking at the elbow on the engine there. Yeah, so we're looking at that right there. All right, now I need to get that turned back up, and I don't think we have any pipe wrenches. We do, pardon me. We do have a pipe wrench. All right. Now, let's see how this fits. That's a little bit big, but not a big deal, I don't think. So, all right. I've got it just hanging by some wire right now. I need a deep socket. Darn it, I thought that might happen. All right. Oh boy, wow, that fits really nice. I got no complaints about that. Wow, I mean yeah, the wire isn't even doing anything. That is really on there. Okay, well, I guess let's go ahead and back out with the camera, and let's go ahead and fire it up. Let's see what happens. No choke, nothing. Oh, I should turn the fuel on though. I'm pretty sure that's gonna really help quite a lot. All right, oh, there's a nice. Okay, all right. Yeah, all right, well, I think we have the solution to the problem we've been fighting. I'm extremely happy with the reduction in noise. So yeah, we'll have to get everything tightened up for real. Let's go ahead, and the bolt, as I'm sure you guys noticed, the bolt is not can you see what I'm doing here? Yeah. So right here, the spark arrestor, the whole insides are wanting to come out. So that's got to be put back together, because there's a lot of pressure in there trying to push that out. All right, so we need to get the hanger. Let's see. What am I trying to do here? I need to find where the everything bolts together and get that together properly. Okay, so that's where it's supposed to be. All right, now another nice thing is this will have a spark arrestor, which oh wow, that is way tougher than I thought it might be, that hanger. 'Cause I want to get that, I need that to move, because this is pointing down in the direction I want it to, but for whatever reason the hanger is sitting at a big angle. I don't think it's supposed to be. It looks like it got like smacked by something pretty hard and bent it towards the camera. Let's see here. how do I, whoa, hey no. Okay, I'm gonna find a hammer and see if I can't get that straight. Okay, so here you can see I've modified that exhaust hanger. I cut off that lip and I got rid of the long steel mounting strap. So we'll put our 1/4 bolt through a 1/4 inch hole that I drilled and put that through the exhaust hanger. Now I got that bent just the way I want it. Had to take the muffler off, set it on the floor and pound on it. That's some tough steel Yamaha made that baby out of. All right, now we'll get our drill with a 1/4 inch bit in it. Let's bring that up here. Now I want to center that hole roughly in the middle of the pipe, and I think I'm about there. All right, get that out of my hair. Okay, now I'll move you guys over so you can actually see what I'm working on here. Yeah, okay, so you guys pretty well get the gist anyway of what I'll be doing. So I'll run a 1/4 inch bolt through there, and that'll do the trick for supporting the exhaust system and isolating it, so you know, from vibration. So all right, well, I guess there really isn't a heck of a lot really to show you about drilling a hole. I'm pretty sure most of you folks probably got the idea of what we're doing here. If not, first of all, please put it in the comments. I really appreciate hearing from you guys. And yeah, you know what? That reminds me. So we released the first video on this. Let me adjust the camera if I can. Ray, please don't air this part. There we go. All right. That looks better. Okay, so we released the first episode on this little series, if you will. I really appreciate you guys getting in the comments, and so where I was at with the compression check on this was I've never seen an engine have such low compression even while using a compression release. Normally, you know, you're 80 to 90, somewhere in there is my very small experience, but we're all here to learn together and hopefully entertain a little bit. I don't know, I try. So anyway, really appreciate hearing from you folks in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And when we're back, we're going to have this all nice and sandblasted. I got to replace all the bolts here, I think there's, yeah, right there, that hold the spark arrestor in. And then this will be in high temp paint. And I'm also going to pull the motor and the whole generating system out of the chassis, and then I'm either gonna sand or sandblast. I haven't made my mind up, but here's the thing. In a couple of days, I forget, is it Friday? Today's Tuesday. On Friday, I think we have a high of 16 below. So I don't know if I can talk myself into sandblasting. That's tough. I did that last winter. Something on the KLT 250 I was sandblasting, and it was around 20 below. So the low this weekend is like 28 to 30 below, not including the wind chill. So I guess we'll see how tough I am. I don't know. Yeah, that's a tall order. So, but anyway, we want to make sure this machine not only performs well, especially for your ears, because being too loud, then nobody wants to use it. But we also want to make sure that it looks really well. So I think we're well on our way to accomplishing that. Now, this muffler, I'm going to take this home and put it in my sandblast cabinet. That it'll take a lot longer to accomplish, but I don't have to do it outside, because even today it's only 8 degrees, and that's warmer than was forecast. I think it was only supposed to be 5 for a high. So all right, well, anyway, really appreciate you guys joining us on this little project here. You know, normally we're in ATVs and side-by-sides and stuff, but this is kind of a fun project. We'll have a couple more coming up. I've got a real old Honda generator right behind me here that does not run. So anyway, kind of a nice little project over winter. You know, get these machines running. So all right. Well, again, appreciate you guys watching, and when it's time to assemble, I'll bring you back and we'll check this machine out and get it outside and run it and see what it really sounds like outside, because no matter what, inside here it's going to be loud. So all right, well, thank you folks, and we'll see you later.